All right, cool. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing pretty awesome, man. So thanks for taking time out your day to pretty much show us some love. Pretty much, Janata, she started back and dang, when did you started back a few months ago, and you reached out to us in regards to generating more leads for your business and what I'm saying, getting that, the entire structure right away. And I'll let you pretty much talk about this, but what were some of the main things that you were struggling with before actually joining our program in particular?
Basically like getting leads, consistent leads, being able to set appointments and getting getting them to join my program. Like I offer, great things in my program, but it was more so finding a consistent flow with being able to get them to understand what I offer as well as, what benefits they will get out of it. So that's a couple of things that I struggle with before getting with you guys.
Gotcha. And one of the things that I did like about you is the fact that you were super passionate about like helping people. You had,
Yes.
your stuff structured, and even though you were really limited in time, you still, put in the work and the effort to doing it. But, then came a point where, you pretty much got caught up with the time, or the time was really, a constraint because you were working, the 9 to 5 job, but then you also had, the business to maintain. So
Right.
I know we were just talking before we turn on the recording in regards to how one of the issues you ran into is how limited your time was, but you're still good things are happening. So, tell me a little bit about, those issues and constraints.
So basically, and it's a good problem to have. Like I'm running out of time slots for me to be able to take calls for clients. So I'm putting a strategy together with you to figure out how to open up my calendar more to be able to take more calls because I'm getting a lot of people that is like basically like I need your help. And so it's like, in order for me to be able to help them, I have to open up my calendar more in order for, me to be able to take a call with them. So basically just trying to figure out a good, time window to take more calls.
And that's a good problem to have because I went back and I looked at your calendar just to be specific on that number. And as of today, you have 69 pending, saying appointments, right?
Right.
That's
Right.
that's crazy. And
Yes.
you're currently the person taking on these calls, right?
Right.
And that's not even including the I think you had an additional 20 plus that you've already taken, which puts you in you're somewhere around like 101, 102 total
Right.
appointments to work with.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that?
I mean, it was crazy because my May calendar had filled up so fast. And then we had to open up June's calendar. And June is literally almost booked. I think like we're at the last week of June. And then we're rolling into July dates for the calendar. And with opening up my calendar, that's going to give people at least 4 to 5 more time slots that could be available for me to take calls. But outside of that, there's really no more room. So like it's amazing for my calendar to be booked, for months in advance with people that is, like, hey, no, I need your help. I don't want to try to do it myself because, my training is like, hey, it's easy for you to do yourself. Here's your steps. But they're like, no, I want you to do it. So I'm going to get on this calendar and, when our time slot comes, then we'll, discuss and go from there. Okay, you can't argue with somebody that's telling you no, they don't want to do it. They want you to do it, and then a lot of people though, there's like they can relate to my story. And then when they hear me telling it, they always say like, you could tell that it's real because you're so passionate when you're speaking about it. And then the other piece that drew them in is because the material that I do share with them in the training. So like I said, my issue, it's a problem, but it's a good problem to have. A lot of business owners cannot say that they're struggling with not having enough time on their calendar to book people. So,
Right.
I can honestly say that I'm blessed because it was a day and time where I probably was driving you crazy. Like, like, what I got to do to fix this part? What do I got? Just trying to connect the pieces so that everything flows together. And like I said, I know for a fact I got on your nerves, but you probably was like, that's the type of people that you want in your program, people that's like driven to, stay on track. And that's pretty much what I was trying to do, is make sure I stay on track. So just know I was getting on your nerves because I was trying to make sure that I stay on myself with getting, things in line for this business. Cause when you have a goal set and you really driven to get there, it's like, you got to do whatever. So the way that the clients be bugging me, that's how I was bugging you.
Hey, listen, and like you said, I was actually happy that you were driven about it, because there was a time where you went ghost, and I remember hitting you up like, yo, what happened? What happened? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And and I understood, like, things happen, we get busy, but ultimately you got back on track, we got you going, and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You started talking about deals you were closing, right? Tell me a little bit about the deals you're closing, and what I'm saying, some of the numbers and so forth.
So everything officially launched at the beginning of May. And so far, I've so I could say so far, I have made already 2,500 in my business. So I've had my RO, my return on investment, with what I put out in ad spend. I've had that back already, like within the first week. So that, that's a good thing. And I know that because when we started out, basically testing, and we were doing, kind of doing it a little slow, so we didn't have the ad spend up there as much. I think we had it at like $10 a day. Then when you told me that we were going to increase it to 50, that's when they really just started flying in like crazy. And and I can honestly say that even with the $10 a day, budget, it was the leads were, flying in too. And I had already made back my return on investment within that small of a window of a budget. So now I know, because like we had it at $50 a day for the last 2 weeks or so. And I know with it being like that, or even if we increase it higher, there's no doubt within my mind that I won't reach probably 10K or more within my business within the month. And I know that, like, it's like not a doubt in my mind that that's not going to happen.
Right, for sure. I remember at one point you messaged me like, "Hey, do you think we should turn off the calendar?" I'm like, "No, let's keep it going.
Yeah,
let's keep it going. Let's keep it going." So yeah,
yes.
no, that's pretty awesome, man. I love to hear it. So, what would you say to anyone who's on the fence, questioning whether or not they should join the program? What would you say to them?
Stop doubting. Stop finding reasons not to, push forward. If you on the fence about the program, don't be. This is one of the best programs that I've ever been in. And I'm a question asker. And so, like for me, Jerry's always been very patient with me, even, when I'm asking probably the dumbest questions, or even when I'm asking the questions that's irritating. They not dumb questions, but they irritating questions. It's like, I ain't never seen nobody have as much patience. One, two, the way that you have things structured out, and this whole system that you set up, it's the best that I've ever seen. It works. I've had other people, try to do leads for me and everything. And when I could tell you they was, some crap, then I mean, and I mean that with, with everything in me. I mean, like, I've tried it several times. I could say probably about 5 to 7 times with other programs, and no success at all, regardless of, the tactics that was being taught and put in place and following their scripts and all, nothing. Come to this program, get everything set up, properly and in place the right way. And I mean, when I tell you, like, I've never seen something like this before in my lifetime of doing this. And I've been helping people fix their credit since 2014, but it was here and there. And then fully officially since 2016. And I can honestly say this whole time that I've been in this industry, testing out different things to try to get it to work and all that, now here, because we started together in 2021, now here, getting everything all the way put together, and, you know, um, it's just been the best. And I, like you said, I did step away for a little while, but that's because I lost my brother 1 month, then ended up losing my grandfather. And both of them were like, people in my lives that really, meant something. They meant a lot. And so I fell back a little bit, from going through that, but then turned around and, got back on it. And ever since then, all I can say is that my business took off. Because I remember telling you this. I remember telling you so before you and I started working together, I had over 100 some clients, but they were not consistent clients. They would, come in, disappear sometime. And I was allowing it at first, but I sat back and I thought about it. You can have all of these clients, but if they're not consistent clients, you're never going to be able to grow in your business. So I let all of those clients go, like right before I found you. Right before your ad popped across my screen. I had let literally all those clients go. So for me, going from having 150 clients to down to 5 clients, that should tell you like I was really ready for a change. And so I had prayed on it and everything. And I said, I just need somebody to come in, to my life and help me with what I need, which is consistent leads. And I kid you not, like 3 to 4 days later, your ad popped across my screen. And just from the way that you had stuff set up in yours, I knew for a fact that what you was, saying that you could help with and teach, it was actually, true. And then when me and you got on the call, like you was asking me like something like, it was some along the lines of like, if I wanted to get started with my your do-it-yourself program or something like that. And I was like, no, how much I gotta pay you to get stuff going for me, or and all that. And you was, we talked about that. And you was like, you don't want to take some time to look at my nope, I don't want to look at none of that. Let's go ahead and get this started. And you was like, it was the facial expression that you made, it was like, is she crazy or something like that? But I already knew for a fact that you was the person that I needed to help me get done what I needed done.
So it's safe to say that DN glitch works.
Yes, it definitely does. And it's like a mastermind. Like I don't know how in the heck you sat there and put all that together, but whatever things in your brain clicked, I'm glad that they clicked.
Oh man, no, I love it. Okay, no, I appreciate it, man. So tell the audience a little bit about your business and how they can find you online and on social media.
So my business is Magnificent Group. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at the same name, Magnificent Group. I'm on Google as well. Check out my reviews because they excellent. And a little bit about my business. So I've been in the mortgage industry for July 6th will make 14 years. I've been mortgage underwriter, and I suffered from identity theft myself. And what ended up happening was I lost my job in the mortgage industry because you have to have great credit to work in the mortgage industry. And so because of that, I was in a position to where I wasn't able to refinance my properties. And my credit was shot. So pretty much everything just went downhill from there. I ended up bouncing back and after studying, so many different methods of, the right way to fix my credit, because the credit bureaus, as well as the creditors, kept trying to say that it was me that did the stuff. But after presenting so many different things, like, no, it was not me. It was like, okay, you know what? It's so many other people out here that's probably having the same identical problems that I'm having and other problems. So that's what pushed me out there to, start my business. And it's just been, something that I've been passionate about for the longest. Because like I said, I know myself went through it and there's other people out here that can relate. And after getting, in your program to help me, get to the people that I'm trying to reach, I know for a fact that you know, it's meant for me to do. Even though I knew my calling way before that, it's like with this, it's like I know for a fact even more, you know, things keep getting put in my path to let me know that I'm on the right path.
Right. No, I love it. I love it. Well, you know, thank you for the you know, taking the time out to, you know, give me this beautiful testimonial. And you know, it's been a pleasure working with you for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And you know, you didn't get on my nerves, by the way, just so you know.
It's okay. It's okay.
But all right, man. So I appreciate you, and you know, I'll talk to you later. All right.
All right. Thank you.